Thanks again for checking in as we take a look at your national coast-to-coast forecast on the second to last day of August. We have a tropical update for you with Eastern Pacific acting up a little more, but we're also starting to see some activity in the Atlantic Basin as well. The excessive heat continues in the northeast, along with some fire weather concerns across the Intermountain West. Severe weather concerns along with heavy rain in the Midwest now over the next few days. But there's a view of Hurricane Miriam, 80-mile-per-hour sustained winds. The latest forecast does come from the National Hurricane Center here, and it shows it lifting north through the end of the week and then eventually traveling back to the west. Good news is that it's steering away from the Hawaiian Islands. And then there's Norman. Norman, a major hurricane, and developed into a major hurricane overnight. And then there is the eye. This is about 115-mile-per-hour sustained winds. Kind of watching that very closely as that drifts and kind of snakes back to the west through early next week, but continuing at major hurricane status through at least the early weekend time frame. And then just east of Norman, there's another wave, has a high probability of tropical formation over the next 5 days, so we'll watch that one. And then the Atlantic Basin, a wave of energy drifting off the western tip of Africa, a high probability of tropical formation over that 5-day period. Latest forecast, though, does show that kind of drifting north into the central Atlantic, so we'll watch that. Meanwhile, heat advisories continue for parts of the northeast. It was a very hot day yesterday, and it still will be pretty sticky, but at least we're not seeing more of that widespread triple-digit mark. Over the last few days, we've had severe weather across the Midwest. Things are going to be a little bit more stable in the eastern Great Lakes region today, but marginal threat today from Minneapolis down to Kansas City, Missouri. Slight risk on your Friday from Minneapolis down to Kansas City, and then another marginal threat on Saturday. So really kind of watching this Midwest area for heavy rain, as maybe some 1 to 2+ inch tallies can't be ruled out there through Saturday, but for now it feels like September.